Rising Tides, Chapter 7, Sink or Swim. Content warning! Depicts bullying, harassment, and images that may be disturbing. You and your parents stare in horror as Charlie reads the article out loud. Charlotte Thompson, a student at Cedarport High School, is well known in town for her outspoken opinions on the environment, but locals complain that she's going too far to make her point. Many were upset by her disruptions at the recent town hall and beach cleanup. Recently, she was suspended from school for organizing a walkout. Principal Strickler says she was a disruptive and disrespectful history. Oh, bull, he would say something like that. Monteverde is the largest target of Thompson's fury. Following a meeting regarding her proposed green initiative, one employee said they could hear her shouting from the hall, while another said she was stormed out fuming after the meeting. That's not what happened at all. You barely raised your voice. When asked for comment, CEO Warner Rafferty said that she was well-intentioned but misguided and aggressive and uncompromising. I tried to offer my advice, he continued, but she took it poorly. I worry that she's got a lot of rage she's channeling inside that eco-crusade. This is absurd. They're making you out to be some kind of delinquent just because you've been talking to people about the environment? I'm calling the editor. He has no right to publish this kind of garbage about my daughter. This is so messed up. Charlie, none of this is your fault. You've been smart, brave, and reasonable throughout this whole thing. They're the ones acting like children. But I wasn't smart enough to see this coming. Don't you see, Monteverde is trying to shut down my proposal by coming after me. They probably paid the Cedarport Post to write this. I can't believe it. That can't be true. Why would they go so far over something so small? Because they're a corporation. Our family is already struggling to get by, and the last thing we need is people slinging mud at us. Suddenly, Charlie's phone dings, and then dings again. The notifications keep coming as Charlie scrolls through them, her face sinking. Oh no, the article blew up and trolls found my social media. I'm getting spammed. Almost 500 unread messages. The Cedarport Post is a small local paper. How did the story even reach that many people? You don't think... Could Monteverde have boosted the article online? Shut up, SJW. No one cares about your ideas. If you like fish so much, why don't you jump in the ocean, you stupid... Give me your phone, Charlie. Don't read any more of that. Your mom grabs the phone and Charlie doesn't resist. She sits limply at the table, as if all life has been sucked out of her. Your stomach twists into knots as Warner's quote plays over and over in your head, and then horror shifts into anger. They're not getting away with this, I'll be back. Without thinking, you grab the car keys and walk out the door. You know what you have to do. Yeah, go to Cassidy. Don't go after Rafferty, oh god. You barge into Monteverde's headquarters, storming past the protesting receptionist. As you race down the hall, you see Eddie. He stops short when he sees the expression of grim determination on your face. Harriet, what are you doing here? We don't let people into the offices without an appointment. Where's Warner? He's in a meeting. What's this about? A meeting, huh? Are they thinking up more lies about Charlie? Maybe he's trying to come up with another quote about what an angry troublemaker she is. Harriet, what's going on? Oh, so you don't know about the article in the Cedarport Post where Warner called Charlie aggressive and uncompromising, or the Monteverde employees who lied and said that she was yelling and stomped out of their office? I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, I'm not leaving until I talk to your boss. Eddie, tell me where he is. Eddie glances nervously at the door down the hall. It's all the information you need. You brush past him and barge into the room. Warner is seated at his desk on a phone call. He stiffens as you walk in and quickly ends the call. I want answers, Warner. Why the hell did you throw Charlie under the bus like that? Harriet, I bear no ill will towards you or your family, but your sister is clearly a determined young woman. Look, I understand being driven. It's a trait that got me where I am today, but focus that kind of passion into the wrong place, and, well, cut the crap. I'm not here for one of your speeches. Fine. I think your sister's seal is making a lot of people uncomfortable. I was just speaking my mind. It is a free country, isn't it? Yeah, until you lie. So this has nothing to do with the recent negative press against your company, or the business regulations in Charlie's initiative? It's funny you mention the press coverage. I did find it interesting that the article came so soon after our meeting, and that you're reportedly close to this Robin Tora. But coincidence happens, right? His tone is warm and playful, but his eyes are deadly serious. You squeeze your fists tighter. And let me be perfectly frank, Miss Thompson, a young, impressionable girl like your sister might not know what she's getting into. There's all sorts of misleading information on the web and in the news that could radicalize an excitable kid like her under the guise of activism. But she seems like very fixated on us and is targeting businesses without understanding the implications. I'm just protecting my company. Warner, you're a coward and a liar. Well, I don't appreciate being called names, but I hope you've gotten that anger out of your system. You won't get away with this. We'll sue you for defamation. Oh, will you? Last I heard your family's struggling financially. I imagine it'd be difficult to afford the legal fees. Now, if there's nothing else, security will see you out. Two muscular men appear in the doorway behind you. This isn't over. I think you'll find that it is. Good day, Harriet. The security guards go escort you out of the office. You fume as you try to wrap your head around what you just heard. You should have recorded it on tape. That night, you can barely sleep. After hours of tossing and turning, you look at your bedside clock. It's 5 a.m. You finally decide to get up and walk down to the beach. The morning air is cool against your face, and you shield your eyes against the sun rising over the horizon, and for a moment, the world seems peaceful. You spot a familiar face sitting on the dunes, looking out at the ocean. She doesn't look at you as you approach and sit next to her. Hey, you couldn't sleep either? No. You sit in silence for a moment, and finally she leans her head on your shoulder, tears rolling down her cheeks. How did this get so bad? All I wanted to do was make the world a better place, but now I don't even know if I'll get through this. Our family is barely scraping by. What if I can't afford college? We'll figure something out. Maybe you'll be able to find some scholarships that will help, and there are paths that don't involve getting a degree. But my name has gotten completely trashed online. No one is going to trust me. Not schools, employers, not even my neighbors. I feel like I'm watching my future wither away in real time. This is too much. Welcome to the current culture the online world is right now. Charlie, don't forget the good you've done. Because of you, this whole town is thinking about the relationship with the Earth. That's progress in my book. Charlie doesn't answer, but she leans closer into your shoulder, and as you wrap an arm around her, over her head, some birds cry out, and Charlie cranes her head to watch them. One puffin swoops lower and lands near where you are, and Charlie are sitting. It picks half-heartedly at some seaweed. He probably can't find any fish. Maybe he smells some leftover from when they washed up. Poor puffin. The die-off must be hard on him. It just goes to show how delicate ecosystems can be. If one animal goes, even the smallest bug, it can change everything. She's quiet for a long moment, but when you glance over at her, a look of determination has crept back into her face. That's why I have to keep fighting. Climate change is so much bigger than me, or Warner, or anyone. It affects everything. And that's what's at stake here. Everything. You're one brave kid, I'll give you that. Just remember that you're not doing this alone. Rub her shoulder, and she finally cracks a small smile. Meanwhile, the puffin waddles closer, cocking its head as if noticing you for the first time. The puffin chicks should be hatching this time of year. I hope they have enough to eat. There's a nesting site not far from here. She glances in the direction of the cliffs where the puffin have made their nest. I just want to be sure I'm doing something that helps, you know? Take Charlie to the nesting area to bolster her determination and hang out with an adorable puffin chick. Why don't we go check it out? That'd be great. I think baby puffins might be the only thing cute enough to cheer me up. Charlie leads you across the dunes towards some nearby cliffs where the puffins circle overhead. By the time you reach the cliffs, the sun has risen over the horizon and the puffins are crying out merrily. Oh my god, you're so adorable. Look at all of them. I didn't realize we had a puffin colony that's close to our house. I don't remember seeing them here when I was a kid. They started nesting here a few years ago. There's been a lot of development down the coast, so they started coming up further north. But the global temperatures are rising, the oceans are being depleted of resources, and you saw what happened to our fish. Not a great time to be a seabird, huh? Well, someone's gotta look out for them. I come here sometimes to clear away trash and stuff. She bends over to pick up a few old wrappers and soda bottles. Suddenly a cry from further up the cliff catches your attention. You and Charlie peer up to investigate. Ah, ah! Charlie, Harriet, look. There's a tire blocking the puffin's burrow. The puffin pecks desperately at the tire, but she's too small to move it. She has a mouthful of fish hanging from her beak. She might have chicks in there she's trying to feed. We need to get it out of the way. And Charlie dig the tire out of the sand, pulling it loose. There we go. Maybe we can bring this tire to Javier later so it doesn't cause any more trouble. With the tire cleared, the puffin waddles into her burrow, and you and Charlie peer inside. Charlie, you were right. Oh my god, look at it! Look at it! It's like the ugly duckling, but actually cute. Oh, look at the little puffling! Hold up, baby puffings are called pufflings? Just when I thought they couldn't get any cuter. The puffin rushes to her puffling, and they reunite happily, nuzzling their beaks together. Okay, this is it. I will never witness anything more adorable than this. I can die happy now. The puffin sets down the fish she's carrying, and the puffling digs in enthusiastically. Wow, it's like watching you attack the sweet potatoes at Thanksgiving. Hey! Someone mentioned sweet potatoes? Don't act all high and mighty. I've seen you destroy a whole pan of stuffing in 10 minutes flat. Both of which sound amazing right now. The puffling lets out squeals of delight as she gobbles up fish, and she nuzzles her mother, who watches adoringly. Okay, I know they're wild animals and not pets, but I think they need names. I might have some ideas. Winifred. Sure, why not? I think Winifred suits her. Okay, and what about our favorite little ball of fluff here? Cotton Ball. I accept that. Winifred and Cotton Ball. I love them. I love them more than anything. Suddenly, Cotton Ball stands up tall, flapping her tiny wings, and begins waddling towards the mouth of the burrow. As Cotton Ball races towards you, Winifred quickly blocks her and pushes her back into the burrow, despite Cotton Ball's protest. Winifred nuzzles Cotton Ball apologetically, and Cotton Ball settles back down, fluffing up her tiny, downy feathers. Looks like she's trying to get out of here and fly. Sorry, Cotton Ball. Not today. Yeah, you're too small and adorable for you to go away. You know, she kind of reminds me of you. Maybe we should have named her Charlie. Why? Because I'm also cute and tiny? Because you're destined to soar. You may be young, but you're determined, and you know what you want and don't want in the world, and as soon as you're ready to spread your wings and fly, no one's going to be able to hold you back. Charlie smiles at you and knocks her shoulder against yours. You really should pursue a career in motivational speaking. Only if you promise to be my job reference. She laughs, and you take one last look at Winifred and Cotton Ball. They're snoozing contentedly. Aww. Well, I guess we should let these two rest and head home. Watching Cotton Ball eat those fish reminded me how much I want breakfast. I'm really glad you brought me here, Harriet. I needed this. Being in the crosshairs isn't fun, but I have to look for pockets of joy. Believe me, I wish 1,000 times over that this was happening to me instead of you. I appreciate it, but it's not like we can swap places. Something clicks in your mind. Maybe there's something I can do. Charlie, I have an idea, and I'm going to do it with your blessing, but I think it might help. Back in your room, you open your laptop and switch on your webcam, taking a breath, and you hit record. Hi, my name is Harriet Thompson. You may have read about my younger sister Charlie in the news. It's all lies. They make her out to be an aggressive, disruptive kid pushing her agenda without knowing what she's doing. In reality, I'm the one who came up with the idea for the initiative. So, if you should be coming for anyone, it's me. You pause, taking another deep breath. There are people out there who think I'm wrong. They don't agree with my ideas, and they want to shut me down. I'm not going to stop fighting. I'll do everything in my power to get this initiative passed, no matter what you throw my way. And Warner, if you're watching, I have one thing to say. What kind of planet do you want to leave behind? You have a chance to make a world a better place. I hope you'll take it. Or pounding, you switch off the webcam, you open a browser, and start posting the video you've just recorded to every social media site you can think of. All you can do now is hope that it spreads. By the next morning, your phone has already been blowing up with messages. You stop by Angelica's cafe, but as you enter, you can't help but feel like everyone is looking at you. Stan and Beth are talking to Angelica at the counter. They fall quiet when you approach. Hey everyone, how's it going? Harriet, good morning. Things are, well, fine. Just another day. And you? She refills Stan's mug, but pours so much that the coffee spills over the brim. Is something the matter? You all seem kind of jumpy.
Well, it's kind of just that you probably saw the headlines.
She slides today's newspaper across the counter. Boy, they sure do work fast. Elder sister owns up to eco-chaos. Wow, they really don't think of much of me, do they? Now that you read it out loud, it does sound a little aggressive, I suppose. What? You didn't believe what they said, did you? They glance, or exchange uncomfortable glances, but refuse to meet your gaze, while Stan clears his throat. It's just, well, it feels like a bit of, like your initiative has drawn some negative press to Cedarport. But this is just a distraction from the real issue. Have we forgotten about what's at stake here? We need to change our town's policies if we want to avoid another die-off. We still don't know for sure that climate change caused the die-off. Do we really need to shake up our entire system? You're not shaking up your entire system, for the love of God. You're improving the current one you have. I don't believe it. You've known me and Charlie our whole lives, but you're willing to put all that aside over two, not few, two articles. You said so yourself in the video. That was all your idea, and to be honest, Charlie has been a bit disruptive lately. I only said that to keep the trolls from coming after her. Do you know how much hate mail she's getting? I'm sorry, Harriet. She doesn't deserve that, but she did put herself in the public eye, and, well, isn't that what happens? Ah, yes. So if you put yourself out there in the public eye, cough, I'm an example. Anyone and everyone who wants to make up anything and say anything about you should be able to come after you because you're in the public eye. Do you realize how flawed that argument is?
We know you kids mean well, but maybe it's time to step back a little for your sake and Cedarport's sake.
You back away, a lump growing in your throat. Before they can say another word, you turn and rush out of the door. Wow, look at the street. You take a few deep breaths and try to hold back your tears. You're so overwhelmed that you almost don't notice someone approaching you.
Hi, Harriet. Are you okay?
I'm really not, actually.
Oh, is it about the mean things you said in the paper? Grandma said people aren't going to trust her family so much anymore. But don't worry, I trust you. At the aquarium, I learned that humans are doing a lot of bad things to the ocean. I'm glad that you're helping.
Thanks, Diego. That really means a lot. It's only then that you notice he's dragging a garbage bag full of litter. Hey, where are you going with all that trash? There could be gross stuff in there.
Oh, I was just trying to help clean up the street. I read that birds and squirrels and stuff can eat it and get sick if you don't pick it up.
What happened here? I don't remember the street being so dirty.
Grandma says people just toss stuff. I wish they wouldn't. It's bad for the environment.
Help Diego clear the trash, learn about the green waste management, and clean up the town. Diego, let me help you.
You do that? Wow, thanks. We can pick up trash so much faster if there's two of us.
You nudge a sheaf of newspapers and tin cans with your foot. You know, some of these could probably be recycled or composted.
Oh, how does that stuff work?
Well, I've heard my sister give me the spiel about 10 times last week, so hopefully I can explain. You can recycle paper, cardboard, metal, and glass. Most cities have different guidelines that you can look up for specifics. You also forgot plastic. Anything made from organic matter, like produce, plants, and plain paper products, can be composted. If it's made from plastic or mixed materials, dirty, or has food on it, it's going in the trash. Wrong! Plastic goes in the recycling too.
But why does it matter what goes where?
Whoever wrote this doesn't really know what recycling is full-heartedly. Waste can pile up in landfills and even get into the soil and make people sick. Recycling and composting let us turn some of that trash into something useful, whether we're reusing paper or making organic fertilizer.
I didn't know all that. I don't want anyone to get sick.
We can practice by sorting the trash we pick up, whether it should be recycled, composted, or thrown away. You sift through a few objects and explain them. This is a snack wrapper. This is a glass beer bottle. This is a wooden crate. Glass bottle.
Wait, I thought you said glass should go in the recycling.
Oh, you're right. Whoops. Well, I thought we were supposed to explain this to the kid. Oh my god. Let's put the wrapper in the trash, the bottle in the recycling, and the crate in the compost. Okay, that's what I was going for.
I have a question. How come we can't just recycle everything? Wouldn't that be better for the earth?
Tell that to Styrofoam. From what I understand, some materials are harder to recycle than others, especially if materials are mixed. So that candy wrapper is made of plastic and aluminum. It would be too hard to try and separate and recycle them. That's also why we can't recycle things with food stains, like pizza boxes. If you can wash it like a yogurt cup, always rinse it clean. Why do I feel like Pixelberry is making this up on the fly and they've never actually looked into recycling whatsoever, and it's irking the shit out of me right now because I live in a city that literally has a recycling clean initiative. Oh god.
Oh, I get it. It's like when Abuela puts fruit in the blender and turns it into smoothies. You can't get back the banana.
That's a good way of thinking about it. You pull a few more objects from the curb and line them up. Diego's eyes widen.
Oh, this one's hard. Can you help me?
Okay, the one that goes in the recycling is the napkin, the ripped paper sign, half-full take-up cup.
That's what I thought.
Okay, sign in the recycling, cup and napkin in the trash, and then we're making short work of this.
So if we recycle and compost as much as we can, that will help the earth?
It's definitely better than the alternative, but even recycling creates some waste. Most plastic can't be recycled because of the quality degrades too quickly. Unfortunately, it also takes a long time to decompose. So we should try to avoid making more trash in the first place. Reusing and reducing are way more important than recycling.
Maybe I can convince Grandma not to use so many takeout cups.
Now you're thinking. Okay, let's look at some more garbage. The one that goes in the compost is tree branch, oily cloth, plastic cup, tree branch.
Yeah, bye-bye, branch.
So, branch in the compost, rag in the trash.
And I'm gonna keep the plastic cup and wash it out. Maybe I can use it as a flower pot.
Yay, you're already thinking about upcycling. You're getting better at this than I am. So now that we've gathered up the trash, we just need some place to put it. Stay to the end of this video so I can tell you about plastic and yeah.
Oh, Grandma got some new bins, but she didn't put them out yet. We could use those.
That's perfect. Let's label them so people know which litter goes in which bin. Before long, you and Diego have set up new bins and distributed all the trash accordingly. People smile as they walk down the street. Wow, this place looks better than it looked in years.
I didn't know the street had compost bins.
Diego looks up at you with a satisfied smile.
I'm so glad we got rid of all the trash. Thank you for helping me. I'll keep learning about recycling.
You did a really great job. Take care, Diego. Suddenly people are using bicycles and electric car. Sure. You're about to head back home when suddenly Eddie rounds the corner. You freeze when you see him. Harriet, I was hoping I'd find you here. Why, so you can give me the side eye and tell me I'm causing trouble too? I just want to see how you are. How do you think I am, Eddie? Your boss is trying to bury my family. Hey, just so you know, I had no part in that. If I'd known... You know now, but I don't see you doing anything about it. What am I supposed to do? Tell Warner to stop? Hand in my resignation in protest? Actually, yes, both of those would be good alternatives, but... Actually, yeah, that might be a start. Harriet, the reality is that I don't have that much influence in Monteverde. I need this gig a whole lot more than they need me. I don't like what's happening. I don't like seeing you and Charlie get hurt, but I'm in an awkward position here. Well, maybe it'd be less awkward if you actually picked a side. It's not as simple as that, and you know it. My future in the industry depends on this position. So, it doesn't matter how moral the company is? I'm not responsible for every decision Monteverde makes. You're right. You're not responsible for their actions, but you are responsible for your reaction. I just don't understand why you're standing behind this company after everything they've done. I thought you cared about us. I do, but take a look around, Harriet. Cedarport is struggling. It has been even before the die-off. When business here start folding, Monteverde is going to be the ticket out. I'm not trying to take sides. I'm just trying to survive. And what good is being right if you can't even put food on the table? What's your family's plan if they can't even fish anymore? You give Eddie a long, hard look and take a few deep breaths. Eddie, I really hope you change your mind. This isn't you. This isn't the friend who I know can be compassionate and caring. You turn without another word and rush off down the street. As you storm away, her footsteps following, you whirl around, teeth gritting. Eddie, I don't have anything else to say to... Whoa. It's just me. Robin, I thought you were someone else, sorry. It's been a weird day. No kidding. I'm just gonna take a wild guess that this last week has been pretty tough on you and your family. Oh, to put it lightly, we're getting hate mail. My community thinks I'm stirring the pot, and even my best friend's turned his back on me. And honestly, I kind of get where they're coming from. Before I get involved in this, I thought climate change was too big to take on. I was so focused on my own life and problems, I couldn't imagine being so die-hard about something that seemed so far from me. But you woke up and saw things for what they are. And I think other people are gonna see your passion and bravery, and they'll wake up too. I wish I'd been able to help you with this. I tried calling you when I saw the article, but you didn't pick up. We've kind of had to disconnect our phones for the last few days, and it's not like I want you to get in more trouble with Monteverde. I don't care about getting into trouble with Monteverde, I care about helping you, so just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Robin, know any good affordable PR agencies? No, but if you hear about any, let me know. I could use a little PR magic myself. The good news is that in the internet age, you've got a lot more control over your own narrative. You took charge with your video. When I stop and think about this, it all feels so crazy. I can't prove it, but I'm sure Monteverde is trying to retaliate. I even went to Warner's office and he basically admitted it. I can't just figure out why they're leaning on us so hard. I wonder about that when they sent that cease and desist. Companies have to maintain their images, but that seems like overkill. Glances around, leans in closer, dropping his voice. I'm starting to think there's something else going on here. Something they don't want us to find out. You don't think they're involved in the die-off, do you? Maybe. Something just isn't adding up. Think about it. Why else would they be so afraid of one small town's initiative? Let's just say they did something that led to the fish getting sick, or if your initiative passed, it would shine a spotlight on their whole operation, and if they were linked to the die-off, it would bury them. Wow. I guess it could be possible. But do you have any proof? No. But I'm digging as much as I can, without raising suspicions. You'll be the first person I tell if I find anything. Rub your temples as the reality of Robin's words hit. You sink down into one of the benches. Robin looks at you sympathetically. Listen, I know this is a lot to take in. This whole week has probably been a mess for you. I can't make any promises about Monte Verde, but I can do something for you, even if it's just a small gesture. Maybe I could cook dinner for you and your family tonight? Cook for us? I don't think anyone's ever offered that before. Then let me be the first. I care about you, Harriet. I want you to know you've got me in your corner. Aww, I think that they would like that. Right, because I would too. Later that afternoon, Robin swings by her house with an armload of groceries. What's on the menu, Chef Robin? You didn't tell me what we're making. Well, hey, I like surprises, but the plan is pasta primavera my mom used to make growing up. Wow, I'm getting the secret family recipes already? I feel special. Oh, you are. I don't ask just anyone to be my sous chef. Mind chopping some of these vegetables. I'll even do some onions and garlic myself, because I care. With a wink, he hands you a bunch of asparagus, and you set about slicing it as he chops the onions. Speaking of secrets, I didn't tell my family about this. I just said to clear out and be back at 7. I thought it would be a nice surprise. Ah, my kind of girl. See, this is why we get along. Well, among other reasons. Robin heats up a skillet, adding a drizzle of olive oil, before stirring in the garlic and onions. You chuckle. I feel like a teenager again, sneaking around behind my parents' backs. Cooking dinner is your idea of sneaking around? When I was a teen, I did stuff that I never want my mom to find out about. Let me guess, you were sneaking out with girls. Oh, you think that's what I was getting up to? Oh, do I give off these seductive vibes, Harriet? I'm just saying, with a face like yours, you've probably broken a few hearts. I do my best to avoid breaking hearts, but I've had some memorable nights with some beautiful women, if that's what you're asking. You've had such an interesting life. I feel like, I don't know, kind of square in comparison. You? In what world, Harriet? You're helping to lead an eco-revolution. I'd say you're anything but square. He turns and gives you a long look. His gaze is soft, and you resist the urge to shyly look away. Listen, just because you've had a different life than me doesn't make you any less cool. In fact, I think it makes you even more interesting. Thanks, Robin. To be honest, I feel the same way. The more I learn about you, the more I wanted to know. Then maybe I'll fill you in on my deep, dark secrets later. Right now, there are vegetables that need sautéing. Robin picks up the cutting board, using the knife to slide the vegetables in the pan with one clean sweep. He lifts the pan, shaking the contents so they flip in neat waves. You're good at this. Usually when I try to get fancy with the stirring, I spill vegetables all over the stove. And maybe you just need a pro to show you how it's done. Come here. He gestures for you to hold the pan. You move in front of the stove and he stands behind you, wrapping his hand around yours. It's all about getting the right angle. You tilt the pan downwards and you snap it back with an upward motion. You attempt to flip the fan, but you're so focused on the feeling of Robin's body pressed against your back that you mess up the timing. A few sprigs of asparagus fall out. Okay, it was a first attempt. I guess I'm just a little distracted. Oh, really? What could possibly be taking up your focus? He presses even closer, resting his free hand on your hip. It's like you want me to keep messing him. Trust me, I want a lot of things. Suddenly you hear the front door open. You and Robin pull apart as your family enters. We're back! Oh, you're home early. Wait, who is... Mr. and Mrs. Thompson? Charlie. Welcome to Le Restaurant du Robin. Please, make yourselves comfortable. Dinner will be ready in a moment. Harriet, did you set this up? You never cease to surprise me. The parents settle in the kitchen table while Robin finishes cooking. Charlie leans in close and mutters to you. When you told us to clear out, I assumed you'd be doing something with Robin. I just didn't think it would be dinner. You give her a playful smack on the shoulder and turn back to help Robin dish out the food and carry the plates to the table. This smells delicious, Robin. Right? Thank you so much for doing this. Oh, it was no trouble. I love to cook, and Harriet helped. What's your secret? Whenever I ask these girls to help with dinner, it's like pulling teeth. You're not attractive enough. Also, you're our mother. Well, my mom was a big fan of the old, if you don't help with the meal, you don't get to eat tactic. It usually worked pretty well. You're giving me some good ideas. You hear that, girls? Oh, Robin, no. I thought you were cool. Dad, you won't let her do that, right? Oh, for you, honey, don't talk with your mouth full. You see, Robin, I'm surrounded by animals. I grew up with 4 older brothers. This ain't nothing. Everyone laughs, and the evening continues full of delicious food and spirited conversation. After dinner, your mom helps you carry the plates back into the kitchen to wash up. As she runs a faucet, she leans over, grinning slyly. So, is there something going on with you and Robin? Person I should know about? Honestly, Mom, I kinda have a crush. Have you told him? He's a total catch. I can try to drop some subtle hints if you want. Mom, your subtlety decreases with every glass of Chardonnay. Besides, I can tell him how I feel myself when I'm... hope I'm not interrupting. I just thought I'd offer help with the dishes. You do your best not to cringe as you wonder how long Robin was standing right behind you. Your mom gives you a smirk and leaves the kitchen. I think we're all good here. We've probably kept you long enough. No such thing as long enough, but I guess I do have research to get to. Then let me walk you back to your car. The docks can get a little dark at night. Robin says goodbye to your family and follows you out into the night. That was really fun. Thanks again for taking the time to do this. Hey, if it helped cheer you up, then I'd say mission accomplished. He stops walking and turns to face you. His eyes glitter in the pale light of the moon, and he puts a hand on your arm. And hey, I meant what I said earlier. I find you absolutely fascinating. After our little journey the other night, I couldn't stop thinking about you. I've been hoping we could do something like that again. Maybe we can. I could be convinced. Yeah? And what do I have to do to convince you? How about you kiss me? He responds by bringing his mouth to yours, kissing you gently as he runs his hands down your waist. You gasp as he pushes you against the railing, your lips open to his tongue, and he rubs his hips against yours. As your breathing grows heavier, you pull him closer, throwing your head back. He nips at your earlobe and then whispers softly, I didn't realize I'd be getting dessert tonight, too. I figured you might have an appetite. He grins and pulls away, but he keeps his hands on your waist. Just a beat longer before finally releasing you. Good night, Harriet. And with one last smile, he turns and heads back up the beach. You watch until the silhouette of his body melts into the darkness. You shiver as a cool breeze from the sea hits your skin, and you're about to head up to the dock to your house when you notice a light coming from your family's car. Did someone else not close the door all the way? Maybe the seatbelt got caught in... Your blood goes cold when you approach the car and look inside. That's nice. Someone has smashed the window of the car. In the front seat, a knife has been stabbed through a dead fish, and you let out a shriek. Oh my god! Your heart is pounding. You think of all the people who looked suspiciously at you today. Was it one of them, or is it Monteverdi firing back over what you said? One thing is clear. This is a warning. Me. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like and share. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It means a lot. You become part of the community. And also, you won't want to miss out on other great content to come. Once again, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace out.